Every once in a while, I find a product that resets my expectations. This is the Keycap Nut65. This bare bones kit is $85, and for this price, you're getting features that we were begging for in premium boards just 2 years ago. But when the price is this low, I have to ask, where did they cut the corners? Let's start with the build quality, because this is the first thing that made a deep impression on me. Coming in at 6 different colors, the finish on this aluminum case is 220 grit sandblast, which feels noticeably smoother and more premium than the standard 180 grit you usually see on budget boards. It resists fingerprints really well and feels super silky. At around 3 pounds, it's got that satisfying heft. The Nut65 won't slide around on your desk. But what I really love is the assembly, which uses a ball catch structure. To open the keyboard, I can just pop the top case off with my hands. There are also no ribbon cables. The Nut65 uses magnetic pogo pins to connect the daughter board to the PCB. I find this tool-free disassembly to be incredibly intuitive and makes modding or removing foam incredibly easy. Specs-wise, let's start with the tri-mode connectivity. Bluetooth, wired, and a 2.4 GHz dongle that magnetically stores inside the case. And the Nut65 packs a 6000 mAh battery. If you turn the RGB off, the Nut65 lasts for weeks. One thing to note, it takes about 9 hours to fully charge, and Keycap recommends avoiding fast chargers. When it comes to the type feel of the Nut65 out of the box, the word that comes to mind is poppy. It comes with a 5-layer dampening system with various foams, and if you like that creamy, marble-like sound that's really popular right now, this board delivers it effortlessly. But if you're a no-foam purist, the easy disassembly makes it easy to remove the foams. Also, the pre-lubed plate mount stabilizers are honestly some of the best stock stabs I've used in a while. There's no ticking and no rattling out of the box. Take a listen to the stabilizers. And even though the Nut65 uses flex cut plates, you won't need extra accessories such as plate forks to install switches. I'll be testing these with a few different switches, so stay to the end to catch the sound test and my favorite pairings with this board. So what's the catch for this aluminum wireless $85 kit? Well, there are a few. For remapping keys, the proprietary Keycap software is buggy, so I wouldn't use it. The good news is that the Nut65 supports VIA. You first have to manually load a JSON file that you can download from their website, but once you're in VIA, you can remap keys and control lighting reliably. There's also this front RGB bar with a built-in microphone that reacts to sound. It might be kind of fun, but it's not super sensitive. If I'm singing to something or clapping, or if I'm using louder switches, you can trigger the sound bar, but personally, I don't bother. Otherwise, the per key RGB on the Nut65 can get really bright, and there's all these customizations you can choose from lighting patterns to speed. Because the Nut65 is a thick chunk of aluminum, Bluetooth signal can be spotty if your PC sits far from your desk. Use the wireless dongle or wired mode if you're gaming. If you're new to a 65% layout, some keys are obviously a little harder to hit. You have to hit function plus tab for the backtick and left shift plus escape for a tilde. But honestly, if you're choosing this more advanced layout and you're building the board yourself anyway, you're probably already willing to do a little remapping. As for keycaps, you really need the right set for a 65%. The 4 column keys on the right and the short right shift are non-standard sizes, so double check the kitting on whatever set you buy, or some keys will stick out like a sore thumb because they're not the same height as the rest of the row. For keycaps, I'll be using the Wucha Studio black on white keycaps because it has the keys that support the page up and page down buttons on this layout, making sure you get keycaps to the right row height. For switches, we'll be showcasing the TTC Silent Bluish White, a quiet tactile with a medium bump, perfect for offices or shared spaces, the Wana Sakura, a featherlight linear with a creamy sound, the HMX Firecracker, a capital D-shaped bumped clacky and snappy tactile, the HMX Cheese, which feels silky smooth and sounds super bright, and the Keygeek Cyan, a budget-friendly linear with polished housings for a smooth, low-pitched thok. Take a listen to how they sound. Here's the thing about budget products. They usually feel like budget products, but the Nut65 doesn't. There are compromises, but they're the kind you can live with. But if you want to discover some thoughtful switches to pair with the Nut65, make sure to watch this video here. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.